instead of I
Okay.
don't know what this screen is. So,
Oh,
three,
this is the waiting screen between
two,
the games. That's right. Okay.
one, bam. Hey, picks.
We're
30
back in
seconds.
again. It's
Now look at
China.DB versus DID round 2 on your screens right now. Now, what can we see straight away, Cret? Anubis banned away. Ares banned away. Noir banned away. Hebo, Hercules, and Mercury. So the big back in the day, guys, if you remember, Mercury was really strong back here before the throw changes and things. So Mercury is a kind of a permaban for us, and it's a permaban for them as well. Hercules, not something we really see banned out over in the western side, but you know, we're starting to see it more played over here as well. But we'll get to Hercules eventually, I'm sure, at some point. Priorities on picks, we saw Dual Lane Ymir Apollo being picked up by DID. They want that again. So they want to make sure they get that. And then Lonely, once again, he's prioritizing this Rama.
Yeah, Lonely is very good on Rama. Apollo is crucial for DID. Not necessarily on Mikasa, just in general. Master Lu can play that as well. Hunbot's in the jungle, which honestly, not necessarily Myth's cup of tea. He's a little bit... I mean, he's really more of a support jungle player. But
That's the guy who died at the Fire Giant on that day before, by the way. Was Myth.
yeah.
On that home bats. Good times. Bacchus being picked up and Ymir though. You know what that tells me? Jungle Ymir boys.
Yeah, it is going to be a
Jungle
jungle Ymir.
Ymir boys.
It's going to be a jungle Ymir, and then, oh, man.
And then, once again, Master Lu's going to get his Ul, and Mikasa's going to get his Apollo.
Yeah, so running the same strategy, and, I think Mikasa probably going to run the same build, just run it back. Shock to deal with him, so that's pretty much a rollback. I mean, the difference is the Odin Isis has swapped teams, and there's a Vulcan. Alright, so, real quick. Things that China has done and then North America has done later. Teleport.
Yep.
Odin support. Isis. No.
New Odin support. Okay.
New Odin support. Yeah, new Odin support. Isis. Vulcan was... like, Vulcan's always been there, but he was a mainstay pick in China before he was a mainstay pick in the West. I don't know, man. China just, like... They have done... Oh, and Hercules. They've done a lot of things that have then just ended up being Western meta a month later.
But that's because the thing that you find from different regions is other regions watch each other.
Yeah.
And they'll see what they're all doing, and you'll be like, oh, why is this region building this? That's really strange. We don't normally see this god. Why are they building it? That seems peculiar. Instead of, like, you know, what we general people go, noob, what noob gods they pick, lol, 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 lol. They go, okay, what are the strengths and weaknesses of this god? Why is it working in their composition? And should we test it out to see what's so good about it? And that's what these pro teams do. They will test out what other teams do themselves to see whether or not they can do something.
Yeah, so... Let's talk a little bit about Odin support, which is a very powerful pick right now. Often used in North America, and probably the most misunderstood pick. What are your opinions on the pick, Hindu?
Lane-wise, he's predictable, but he has good wave clear. He's got a predictable situation where you can dodge. It's still the same old leap that we dealt with before on Odin. So he's predictable, and to wave clear, he has to use that. And the problem with old Odin to new Odin is new Odin now has everything on that bird bomb, that 1-2 combo.
Yeah.
When that's on cooldown, then he's got nothing else to really bring to a team, and he can get picked because of that. He has to use that for damage. He also has to use it for an escape as well if he gets caught out.
Right.
I like his new ring, though, in fairness. I still think his ring provides even more than it used to an extent, in terms of team fights, because of the attack speed and healing reduction, and the ability for your team to get the hell out of it if they get trapped inside. That's really big.
I mean, the thing is, right, the hardest part about the new Odin in support is transitioning from using the bird bomb all the time to using them separately, and when you have to do that, because eventually you'll just die. And then the second thing is his cage, and we saw a little bit of this last game coming out from DID support. You can see them up on the screen. Yeah, with their cool
okay, so the guy in the
computers.
China.DB, the guy on the nearest left is Lonely. The guy with the hat on, with the smite hat nearest us on the DB is Vagaz. I can't remember who the next one is. Vagran, sorry.
That's
Vagran.
Myth
Why did I say
in the
Vagaz?
middle, I think. I think it's Myth in the middle.
Myth in the middle, okay. I recognise those three because I remember casting these, and on the other side, I can't remember their name. But they all look dead serious, DID. They're all communicating well, and DB look a bit quiet, look a bit uncommunicative. You know, that's a big thing there. Oh, I've just seen in chat right now, we've got Devios checking out the strats and how to deal with the Chinese. He's watching, he's seeing Mikasa. He's seen a potential opposition in his mist in before Devios buys reinforced Greaves on his next game. I'm calling it now, boys.
Probably is already practicing it.
Just in case. Just in
learns
case.
Quick. My man learns quick. Yeah, so the other thing about Odin support, just to mention it real quick, is last game we saw a lot how the cage, when it works, is the best peel in the game. Like, you're just not going to chase that target because you're trapped in a cage. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah, exactly.
And it works against a lot of characters that are quote-unquote unpeelable. Vamana is probably the biggest example. You just cage him.
Just cage him and job's done. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing about Odin, that the ring that people underestimate is how good that is against healing gods. I mean, the 100% healing reduction is huge at rank 1, but then as the game goes on, the attack speed reduction goes up to 60% at max rank. 60% attack speed against gods like Kali can be really effective in the later stages of a game as well, and can really shut down their burst potential, which is good. Interesting groupings coming out from Lonely here on the left, though, from DB. They're looking to try and invade this blue buff. I don't know what they're going to be able to find here, because at the moment they're in very oppositions. I mean, Back is a little bit late, he's just gone unwarded though. They're going to go on big camps, and they're going to see Master Lu leave. The problem with this is the jungler is here as well. That's my issue.
Yeah. Alright, so the problem with 3-man's invades, and there's nothing wrong with putting your jungler on the other side. There is something wrong with whatever ISIS was doing. I'm not really sure what's up. But you just have to sort of play this invade right, and this is something that they were probably working on with their Chinese coach.
Now, that little play there that you can see, DID heard them over the wall. They knew this was going on because of the way Master Lu just repositioned. The problem was they tried to collapse and didn't realize it was going to be a myth sat there as well from the jungle in that situation. Well, I need to get out again. They lose the blue, they lose the red, but they know about it already, which is good news that the red's gone down and they didn't get too caught out by that. Because now that the jungler should be aware of it, he should be able to make adaptations to his build, basically.
Well, and look at the experience advantage, right? 600 from that start is so big. Blue and red taken away, and Chalk able to secure his own blue, so just sort of bypassing the warding of DB there. Or, bypassing the warding of DID. And Vagrand and Myth basically double jungling for now.
Yeah, once again we see Master Lu and, at the same time, Mikasa going for the same sort of builds he went for last time. Both starting with the same start-off build. Master Lu on this ult, going for the Devour's Gauntless Rush once again. Any differentials we can see from last game? Nothing really. Everyone's pretty much standard builds once again. And the ward coverage just like Western.
Well, yeah, and it's ward coverage coming out from DB this time. And it has to do with the way their strat is, right? They're warding to cover the weaknesses of the interesting strat that they're doing, and the most dangerous thing is them getting caught out of position. And, you know, being discovered early.
That's true. I think the one thing I'm seeing out of the Chinese teams, though, is they're not scared to run 4 physical, which could be a disadvantage for them if they come against some of the teams that Western Europe will do, because they'll just, you know, tank this up. They'll build some more physical, and it's going to be very difficult to burst them down. That's the only problem I can see. I mean, especially, you know, with an Odin support here and a physical solo, bit of an issue.
It definitely can be. But the thing is, like, DID's composition isn't really set up to deal with 4 physical. Yeah, like, Ymir and Bacchus will be tanky, but you still kill just the backline. Kill Apollo, kill Ul, kill Vulcan, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Well, once again, we're going to see a Ymir jungle this game as well, because we've seen Ymir jungle over in EU. We don't really see it much in North America, but Fnatic Frosty Egg used to run it all the time in the jungle and had great success over it as well. So we know the ability that Ymir can bring.
Well, your boy DJ Pernicus just showing up in chat. Played a lot of Ymir in North American Ranked. Got him to very, very high elo, in part. Thanks to the pick.
There you go. So Ymir does get played, so it's nothing too unusual.
King
It's good to see
turn.
how it work out. King turn. 3 minutes in now, 1-0 advantage to DB. Mid hop is due to spawn 2, and you can see both the supports facing off against each other here. Sorry, not supports, because back is in the background. Ymir is a jungler. 3 versus 3. I want to see how this fight goes off.
Oh, Vigran's gonna get frozen out. Great use of the CC there. The cage on top. Good Isis ultimate. Reborn can't get too much though, and that's just communication. It's a disengage when there should have been a re-engage. Diving a mid tower, Mikasa. He's going to pay for that in blood.
He might pay for it, but he got first blood. Worth every time, boys.
Zatman
Zatman would have done the same thing. Zatman would have done the same thing.
That's
he might have got out though. He might
not. Yeah, you know what? Not Shadow Q. Anatoly would have died in his place. But it's all. Even when Anatoly's not playing for Dig, like he would have died in Zatman's place. The thing is, I feel like Mikasa might have lost a little bit too much experience in the solo lane there.
Yeah, but if you look at solo lane right now, like he's gonna get back to lane before the wave's even pushed in. Like Chuck's not pushing the wave in time. I think he'll get back in just enough time to make it worthwhile.
Chuck should be freezing. I don't think he is, but he should be.
He isn't. He's pushing hard, which means Apollo's gonna. But this fight, we can see on the left, Lowly's in a lot of trouble here. His Drunken Master is on him, Bacchus. But here comes Bats. That was a really big leap slow that came out there, honestly. That slow was huge, and now the Fear No Evil turnaround coming out from DB. This is good play from them, but can Isis clean this up?
No, because they didn't really focus their target.
Both of them.
Yeah.
They both switch.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, Vigran getting the kill. Yeah, stop going in. Alright, good wall. Cool. Good for me. Yeah, DB.
Yay, DB. 2-1 right now on the scoreboards in favour of DB. All buffs are down. Right on hop is still standing because the left one's got contested heavily and then everybody just stopped and forgot about the right on harpies. I guess they both think that the other team did them, which in which case means that it looks like Isis is going to have a field day there and go, oh, free tasty treats. And that's going to set off the mid-camp timers completely. Did Odin steal that? Please tell me Odin stole that.
It was
close.
He didn't. It was close,
that
but
was
he didn't
close.
get it. Yeah.
Not close enough.
Alright. Watching this game. 10 players. Now, we're not there yet in Smite. We're not at the point where teams and organizations are looking to import players. But if they did, which one of these players would be imported by who to where?
By who to where? Who would I import?
Yeah.
Who would I import?
For what team? And, yeah.
Was that man just announced he's retiring? So Mikasa, done.
Yeah, put him in the dual lane for Dig. Alright.
I'm done. I've sorted it. No
Okay, alright. I would love to see Reborn on Complexity. I think Reborn's mechanics and game sense are just really cool. Really
his
high-level
Isis
stuff.
plays outstanding. I mean, from his Isis play we've seen today, it's outstanding. He is really good on Isis, but he played the Anubis last game as well. And he got himself out of a lot of sticky situations there as well.
Shouldn't play Anubis.
Shouldn't play Anubis though. Shouldn't play Anubis. You made me think a lot about that Zatman thing. I was like, who do I replace? Mikasa for Zatman. Same mentality. Dive and get kills. Be heroes. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, and then he plays Hercules.
Don't give it away yet. That's the excitement for later.
Alright, he plays Hades.
Okay.
Hades
good job.
is actually Mikasa's strongest pick. Which is
Really?
Yeah.
And he just randomly jumps on Apollo every now and again, and then split pushes to victory.
I don't think he brought it out at regional, because it stopped working for him. Reborn in the middle lane, 1v2ing. He's alright.
Yeah, he is alright. Well, he's a bit patient in this game now. Red buff going to be given over to Reborn by Myth in the jungle on that home bats. Spitball a little bit too late to the party there. Checking with builds once again. Nothing crazy coming out, or is they? Looks like we're seeing, yep, Transcendence once again on Mikasa. Master Lu got those Devours Gauntlets online. He's in the sky again, is Mikasa. He's already headed back to lane to make sure he doesn't lose any farm. This rinse repeat of last game all over again. Actually forces the ultimate out there, so a 1-for-1 trade that weight in favour of Mikasa by just doing that. He got the farm and he forced the on Chuck.
Nice roll from Lonely there. That was cool. That was really cool. I'm down.
Like he pressed roll.
Nah, he rolled out of the X and then
That's
like
true.
turned around and did the auto attack to the face and was like, "Yeah, Lou."
I'm sorry, I was joking with you. Minus boots online though.
Don't joke with me. I don't have a sense of humor.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn this about you. It's hang on strange. Bacchus does have his minus boots across the way though. We can see that Odin has. Odin's still only at rank 2 at the moment, so how is that possible? Is Zoan just not based here? He's got more gold.
Yeah, he hasn't based yet.
Okay, we're just waiting for mid-caps on the right to spawn. They're the ones that have the timer.
Here's the thing, and this is important. Oh, he bought Blink in part, so that's part of
Oh,
the
that's
problem.
true. That's true. Yeah, okay.
You should be able to get Midas boots between 4 and 5 minutes, depending on what you do and how you build. And getting them 8 minutes is a big problem, because now Vigran is down 180 gold for no reason.
I mean, get the
And
blink
he's
earlier,
ahead.
He can force in. Yeah, but blink like that, like he just did now, he's looking for the engagement onto Ymir, so it might help him out. Because now Reborn can come in and clean up, but that meatball did not connect. The freeze! The freeze! The freeze of the gods!
Oh, those mechanics, though.
Yo, get wrecked, DB. That's all I'm saying. Like, that was a gank turned into a 2-for-1 trade in their favour. Ouch.
Yo, look, my man Von Natus in chat. He's like, alright, I'm gonna go play Joust, I'm gonna get Golden Bow on ADC. Comes back, yo, it's amazing. Like, Golden Bow, for a lane control on an ADC, is ridiculous. If that's what you want to do, and you don't. Like, it's like building Witchblade in ADC.
But did he
like,
get reinforced Greaves as well? Because we can't really test out if it's true. Like,
but it just comes down. It's not the build holistically. It's like the pieces, right? Like,
yeah.
We saw Witchblade on Emilito, and it allowed him. Like, he was unboxable because he was ahead in terms of so much attack speed and so much protection. Even though his damage as an ADC and his time to kill on, like, mages would go down significantly, 1v1, he had control. Guard boots on Apollo, you're not gonna die. Golden Bow, you get huge control in lane. So there are all these weird items that take away from what you do as ADC. Fatalis makes you the most annoying thing in the world to duel, right? They take away from what you do as an ADC, but sometimes the advantage can be useful.
Now, the only thing I can see in this build, like the Ymir in the jungle right now, has gone to choose a focus. I don't really agree with that because he's going tank straight afterwards. The cooldown is going to be great for spamming his abilities a little bit more, but it's not as if Ymir has the longest cooldowns in the world anyway. And that penetration from Medjai's would have really helped him out to do some more burst damage, and it means they're going to end up relying on Vulcan more for the burst, which isn't the worst thing in the world, you know, because it's Vulcan, but he could have got more damage out of his build if he chose to here, especially now he's going tank as well.
Middle lane, in a little bit of trouble. Nice speeds, though. And turning it around, Reborn could be in trouble. Will Ice Assault and Aegis.
And Aegis, the explosion comes out from there as well. The wing goes back, turn Ymir into a squishy puppet, and now the rest of Bacchus turns up with the support of Master Lu as
Mikasa.
well. That's gonna come. Here we go again.
Rip the dream. Yeah, round 2 did not work out. The spirit of Zapman was not with him.
No. They saw Zapman get round 1 and they were like, okay, we know Zapman's coming, so they dealt with it. Like, they were like, okay, ring him in this time, boys. Let's have a field day. In before Mikasa gets combat blink, I'm just saying, just to get out of that. Beads and combat blink.
It could happen.
You never know.
I'm expecting protected recall. You mess up your dive and just peace.
Oh, that's hype. That sounds amazing.
You could mez protected recall and get out.
Yeah, you could.
It's a 2-second. Ooh. That's hilarious.
New strats, guys, go into your North American ranked games right now. Buy Protected Recall and Apollo. Dive in, Mez, and then Recall. Give it a go.
Especially if Wolfie or Divios is on your team.
Especially Devios.
Yeah. Wolfie too, though.
Devios
He'd love
would
to see your new
appreciate it more.
strats. Devios would appreciate it more.
And he'll take it into his ranked games next. So, God Fury is available in good war coverage. You can see Sentry Wards is still bought over here as well. And on the eastern side of things, and they do buy the sentries for the map control. So, a lot of sentries being placed down, and now the God Fury has been started by DB. It's a good position because look at this, they've got 2 people on zoning duty, there's Hombats and Isis as well. And there's a Fear No Evil, which was a little bit late to the party. And who gets this gold?
I think it's DID.
DID do get the goal for you. That was really nicely played from back as he timed his belt amazingly. So his belly flop amazingly to get in there, avoid the Fear No Evil. The cleanup's happening though, backwards and forwards. You may pay with his life for this one.
2
but
for
a
1,
2-for-1
but
trade
they
and a
lose
Gold
it.
Fury. DID win that happily.
Yes, they do. And that's bad news for DB.
That
was a risky Gold Fury too.
It was risky. It wasn't that easy at all.
Hinderman. Cover for me. I need a drink.
No problem. Master Lu just got a solo kill onto Myth. The man, the myth, the legend has been defeated by the Master Lu, and now he's going to go back to farm again. Mikasa was trading out in this solo lane up against Chuck. Didn't really win the trade, but put the tower pressure on once again, and that's how it's slowly starting to whittle itself down as well. As Lonely returns to this lane to meet Master Lu one more time in this lane. So we can see that Ymir's looking towards here, the hide of the urchins, to getting those stacks online to get himself that tanky frontline he needs to be. Back is still only level 8 in this game, which could become problematic for him. He's got Shell online, which is going to provide him with some extra tankiness for his team, which is fantastic. The only problem is that he's not going to be tanky himself. He's going to be very delayed on getting his sovereignty online because he's behind a little bit in gold, 5.6k. Actually, no, he's only 400 gold behind the Odin right now, but the level differential is going to be a big impact because just naturally with levels you do get extra health, extra mana in your pool, and regeneration stats as well, so we need to keep an eye on his back and make sure he does pick up some more farm in this game. But at the moment, it's relatively even between these two teams.
Relatively even indeed. I am back and on the path to following my Irish destiny.
Good path in, Evil in mid lane, onto this Vulcan who's a little bit caught out of position here. He's gonna drop down. He uses beads so late then, did you notice? He used beads after the full combo with Fear No Evil.
Well,
a little bit too late.
Yeah, Fear No Evil just coming out there, securing that kill. Right, Harpy? Should go down to Vigor. Oh. Yeah,
now,
right, he's gonna get
this
it.
is the thing. This is the thing that we need to discuss, okay? Because your boy, Reborn in mid lane, your boy, what the frick is this third item he's building?
Oh, that's a Rod of Asclepius. That's a Rod of Asclepius.
For?
Movement, speed, and health.
Over damage? Is that what he's choosing here?
Yeah, I mean, alright, so your options.
So he's got 4 physical gods on his team.
Yeah.
And he's the magical.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes for healing and cooldown.
To be honest, they just kept buying it, dude. I have no idea.
Okay. I just thought I'd call you out on that one.
Yeah. I mean,
because it's coming.
I understand it. I understand it. I don't agree with it. And they just kept buying it. Whatever.
Like, as a coach, I'm just saying, as a coach, you should be talking them out of silly things like this.
I've talked them out of plenty of silly things.
Please tell me. I want to know more now. I want to know what you talked them out of. Because if you can't talk them out of getting Rod of Asclepius, what the hell did you talk them out of?
Well, pick order was a big one.
Which one?
Pick order.
Okay.
Pick order was yeah. I mean, some of their builds were just like weird. Man, it's hard to remember. Time to pull up the files.
He's gonna pull out all the files now for us to watch to hear back about how he helped out this team.
Yeah, let's see.
Rod of Asclepius. Why Chinese guys don't play Chinese gods? I don't know. Who knows, Sorez? They don't always have to play Chinese gods. Like, this is a game. They don't have to play the gods that are Chinese. It's the same way. I'm Hindu, man, but I don't always play Hindu gods. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's going to get in a lot of trouble there by that Ymir jungle, making it work for now, as he's going to find himself a nice kill. And that the Gold Fury's coming up at relatively 30 seconds as well. So this is a good opportunity here for DID to try and invest onto this Gold Fury. Now the ping's already started on it. And I think this is DID's issue. Again, they're in position for it, but they're too early one more time. I think they're just getting here too early every single time for these Gold Furies. They're going to hang around here, stepping on wards as they go. And it looks like they're trying to find a pick on a rotation coming in to defend it. But problem is, everyone realizes it's not available just yet. And by the time Vagrant gets back online, the Gold Fury will have respawned just in time.
Alright, I remember. Last item, Golden Bow on ADCs.
Okay.
Not a fan. Instead of Titan's Bane, not a fan. And, rushing Divine Ruin against Hades.
Stopping his healing? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you can't. Like, you can't get enough anti-heal to completely stop Hades' healing. He still will not die.
I'd rather see them get Divine Ruin against a Hades than pick Rod of Asclepius when you're on a 4 physical god team.
Well, it's not about the aura. It is entirely about the health and magic power and move speed. That's why he's getting it. And it does synergize with the Wind Gust, keeps you alive a little bit longer in your ultimate up against...
No, it's just a lack of power. That's my issue.
Yeah. Totally
You're the
get that.
damaging magical god, and you don't build magical. Like,
Yo, Divine Ruin against Hades is still a little bit worse, though.
I guess. No,
Because, like,
I don't know.
it doesn't counter his healing enough. He still heals. He still outclears you. He still doesn't lose lane. Hades does not lose lane.
So he's 7-6 right now. Golfio has been started. As you can hear, those Vulcan turrets raining down by the minimap. The Golfio was started, but then rejected once again by China.DB. They tried to clear out a ward there. Once again, does DID get ward control one more time? This is a slower paced game. It just feels like this is LAN jitters. This is just LAN. Nobody wants to get caught every single time.
And so that's all lanes.
Scared. Yeah, everyone does it at LAN. All the teams end up doing it until they get into the zone, into the groove, so to speak. And it's normally the team that gets in the groove fastest wins.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I mean, the other thing to mention just about this Asclepius is when you're saying it's a lack of power, it's 75 versus, like, 140 of a Book of Thoth is really what you're talking about. So the decision is really about that movement speed. That is a Fear No Evil to kill Bacchus, and it will get the kill. Now, it has to also get the Gold Fury, or it's not really worth it.
Well, they've got Odin, so they can do that with Odin. Odin just got Blink on Life for Ymir. They've got a zone Ymir out. Ymir's only got Hog 1, though, so I wouldn't even worry about this.
Nice circle.
Here. Oh, that Vulcan ult! That did wrecking damage. Gold when backwards Mikasa comes in, Master Lu in support as well. The wombo combo of the AD carry double team is going to be able to find Chak out of position, but Chak does take out Ymir, but he should pay with his life here unless he can juke boots his way out of this one.
Worth. Totally worth.
Nope.
2 for 2 plus gold.
2 for 2 plus gold indeed. But can they get anything else out of it? Well, Double Hunter on the left hand side says yes, they can. They can start pushing down this tier 1 tower on the left. Humbas is on the way back to this one, as is Lonely, but I don't think they're going to get here in time. They're going to backdoor this one to an extent. Not a bad decision, in all honesty. Double Hunter, they should be able to bring this down quickly.
Yeah, ooh, Mikasa's actually not focusing it. Will get dissuaded by Myth. And Myth able... Oh, no, he's coming back. Alright, just dropping the Fear No Evil.
The Fear No Evil.
Ooh, no Realm ult available, so no kill, but it saves the tower.
Yeah, he saves the tower, for them, which isn't the worst thing in the world for them to do. I mean, gold is now even between the two teams, but that tower's on its last legs. Harpies are available in mid for both sides right now. Looks like Odin might spot those ones out before Vulcan gets there, which is good news for them. So DB get the lead again.
Middle lane, Reborn, level 17. He's pretty fed. My man is pretty fed.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh, my man is too far forward, though.
Which man? Reborn? Are we talking about?
Yeah, Reborn. Yeah.
He's fed, but he's got Rod. We're still going to argue about that one all day. Like,
oh
he's
yeah,
fed,
forever.
But he's got Rod. Like, that goal could have gone to Rod or Tahuti or anything right now.
Yo, but if Bush was buying it, people would be like writing ballads.
Do you know what? People wouldn't. I'd still be like, why? On a 4 physical team, I don't have no problem if I don't agree with something. I'll give my reason. But I still think Osiris is OP as hell, and not a lot of people believe me, but he is. He's broken. People just don't realise it. He's not as OP as he once was, but he still is. Oh, nice aggression from Mikasa. Actually forced a 2v1 against an assassin and a warrior. Now Ymir's going to come round with the help of Bacchus and the wombo combo. Luckily that ult came out from Chak in time, otherwise Bacchus would have made sure he ended his game.
Well, 9-8. DB has a slight advantage in terms of gold. Oh, Mikasa not going for the golden bow this time.
Oh, left hand side tower's going to get pushed in. Master Lu's only here. That ring from Vagram there is just defensive, really, more than anything else, to secure the tower. And that's exactly what he does do. It managed to allow him to pick up the tower and fall back 22 minutes in. But can Ymir close the gap and force an issue? The wall was not good enough, but he forced a blink, which is not all bad.
Ymir's blink was down there, so part of why he couldn't close it. There are quite a lot of towers up for both teams. Quite a lot of pings coming out. They love their pinging.
They do, yeah, but pinging's fine because it's talking. They're talking.
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
Make sure you go over here. Make sure you go over there. We don't see it that much over in the Western scene as much as we used to. You see it from lower level teams more than anything else because they ping to let you know exactly where they mean instead of like the higher teams will be like, yo, you need to ward blue. Everyone on that team should know exactly what it means by ward blue. Whereas these guys might be like, oh, ward the blue, that sort of area. Well, they spam pings anyway. Spam pings are cool. I love spam pings.
Yeah, pings everywhere, all the time, forever.
If you get behind in your North American game, spam ping. It'll make your team very happy.
It's true. It's a big morale boost in your North American ranked games, especially if Wolfie's on your team.
It's once again going into a lull state. There's a 2k gold lead for China.DB right now. The split push Apollo is starting to get to the same sort of standard he was last time. Not gone for reinforced this time though. He's gone straight warrior tabby this time round.
Yeah.
Is that because he's not as scared of the combo from the... I mean, what was in the jungle last time? It was... What was it against in the jungle? It's Thor, wasn't it?
It was Thor. Yeah, that's actually probably why. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Guard boots did keep him alive against Thor, like, straight up.
Yeah, and now he's against the Humpbats. He's not so fearful of it this time round, so he's gone straight for the warrior tabby. Executioner. Nothing too unusual in the build that he's built this game round so far. Master Lu, same way. He's got some crit online now coming for him as well. And Lonely on the AD carry over there as well. He's working on his crit too. So all hunters pretty much standard. Chuck, Hide of the Urchin online. Should probably look at finish that Runeforge Hammer off sooner rather than later, just for the extra stats it'll give him. And looks like he's getting a Witchblade there as well, which is, I agree, with the item against double AD carry.
The one thing I do want to mention is DB could run into the trouble of just not having a very tanky team. You've got Odin and Shock, and I guess a Hoon Bots for your front line, and, well, Odin and Shock are bruisers, or warriors, they're not as tanky as Guardians, so, yeah.
It's true, but then, if Chuck's building pretty much full tank, which he did last game as well as he is this game, and then you've also got Odin with the attack speed reduction, I think that should be tanky enough, should it not? It should make up for the Guardian factor of not being Guardians and having the extra tankiness, no?
Potentially, but there's still two ADCs which can absolutely carve through people. I don't know, it's hard to say. I am interested to see the double executioner though. I feel like double executioner is something that is overlooked a lot as it's just not that good. Ooh, Bacchus coming in, Silent Circle of Protection. Ymir's gonna blink in as well.
Oh, the hog was
missing the hog on everyone. It's gonna go to DB. And
it does go to DB.
By way of jungler, Myth having hog 3. My man.
Well, Ice is going to go down too. Reborn couldn't really get out of that one. Master Lugo, oh, the axe! The axe! And now with the blinking, oh, the meatball does not land, but Master Lu finds the kill thanks to that lovely action himself. I told you, Master Lu. He's one to watch.
Master Lu, dude. He's the best.
In fact, I think I've seen him miss one rain of arrows badly. Other than that, he's played really, really well. Like, his position's been pretty good. He gets himself out of trouble when he does. There's another axe to the back of Odin's head, forcing him away. And now you can see DID starting to group up and try and push more towers. They've got that turret nearby. Blinking from Ymir, forcing the Medjais. The wall going to deny Lonely coming in for the most part, but Ymir should still die to the snipes. Yes, he does. Nice sniping Lonely.
Yep, Lonely will be able to hold this tower a fair amount. Picking up Ymir is definitely nice. Excuse me. And so now, I mean, DB is on the back foot after that. They have a nice amount of gold, but it seems like control of the game has gone to DID.
It has. I mean, the Gold Fury, but like you said, Gold Fury went to DB, but then the fight that ended up after it meant that DID got more out of it. I feel like they're in a better position. They've got more opportunities to pick stuff up around the map, I feel, with this Apollo. Like, Apollo's just keeping Chuck pinned in 24/7. Chuck can't get out of this lane. And when he does, Mikasa comes too. Or Mikasa comes up before Chuck can, which is the worst thing.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with for sure. Mikasa definitely going more... Oh, there's the golden bow.
Should we call this the China corn build?
No.
No? Someone in chat said that, it made me laugh.
We're going the Hindu Man build.
The China corn build, I like that. Golden bow last item.
It's the Hindu Man build.
It's not a Hindu man build, I don't need a build. I've got a god, it's fine. I don't need more than that.
That's true, you have a god.
Don't need more than that. So after the run of Asclepius on Reborn, he has gone for some penetration with that Obsidian Shard. I'm checking with other items of interest. Soul Reaver on Vulcan after the Medjai's was the rush item for him. Took him a long time to get that online though. I don't feel this Vulcan's really got into the game as much as he would have liked to, I guess. I mean, he's not really been on point with those meatballs.
He's not. Well, alright, so this is going to come down to the Fire Giant. 2,000 gold difference, and it's on a nice edge, right? This is really close, and momentum is super important in this series. DB thrives and dies on it.
See, that pickup coming out from the Vulcan in mid lane, I really like. He's going for Breastplate of Valor. It might be really late for it, but that Breastplate of Valor will allow him to survive against this 4 physical composition that he's up against, which I really do like a lot. A lot.
Oh, Lonely. Up in lane against Master and Lu, looking at their builds. Pretty much even. Chinese teams like to go Deathbringer before Rage. You can do either. Rage is often considered better because of the crit smoothing, but Deathbringer, it's debatable which is higher DPS.
I think the spikes just feel so much stronger in the straight up Haunter fight. If the Deathbringer procs and you're like, where the hell did that hit come from? Whereas if you get hit by a Rage, you kind of expect that much damage to come onto you. It's just the bonus damage that the Deathbringer brings, I think, is why you can see it going 50-50 in terms of which one you can play.
I also think it's harder to play Rage versus Deathbringer than it is to play Deathbringer versus Rage. Deathbringer versus Rage, you just like hope for a crit, and if you do, you go in. Rage versus Deathbringer, you need to get in there and just like know that you will crit more.
Bees was used by Myth there preemptively. I guess he was trying to close the gap.
It was a reset.
Yeah, he was looking for the reset. I knew it was that, but would he be able to find anything? That was a question. I guess not. But now he's going to get collapsed on without beads available. That wall was nice to actually zone out Lonely. I thought that was a bad wall, but he actually just zoned Lonely from getting involved in that fight. But nothing more comes of it for now. Bacchus going to try and pressure in a little bit more. Gold Fury's up one more time in about 30 seconds, so the next Gold Fury fight, we'll see what happens, because the last 2 went to DB, but Lonely played that so well. So well.
Circle of Protection coming down. Not going to be charged up that much, so more damage definitely could have come out onto Ymir.
Vulcan ult.
Not going to connect.
Now. If it did connect, it could have been a lot of damage, especially with that Soul Reaver he's got online as well. But the fight goes in favour to an extent of DID. They've got themselves in the better position around this fight, the Gold Fury rather. But it's still going to take a few more seconds to respawn. I love the music in the background too. It makes me all hyped.
Oh, me too.
Just a little bit of music for the set the tone. He's going to go in there with the help of with Hombat's Fear No Evil, and now they're going to focus onto the jungle of Ymir. But on the backside, Bacchus is doing good work with that Drunken Intoxicate to keep them all busy and stop them from auto-attacking. And Master Lu just started to fire down. He missed a couple of autos there, but he should be able to pick up this Odin. No, he will not. As Lonely takes this guy, doesn't find any snipes onto any kills. Master Lu finally does take down the Gran, but this fight is now going in DB's favour.
Is it? Okay, yeah, it is. Mikasa might get a Phoenix here, probably will. Lonely gonna find the support from DID eventually. One of those autos
eventually.
Will hit. It's one more. He's gonna get him. There it is.
Eventually.
Mikasa.
Yeah, he got it. Ask him a question. And now Lonely's gonna taken down Master Lu.
Right, and that was a simple situation. DB tunnel vision on the tanks.
Yep.
They do that a lot. I don't know.
Oh, now they're going to ult in to the Gold Fury. Pick this one up for free as well, just to extend that lead even further. That fight kind of broke DB's back in this game.
Yeah, it did.
Like, they lost the Fire Giant from that engagement. They lost the Gold Fury too. It's only 3,000 experience and gold experience left. Gold on the right. Kret taught me Chinese, that's why I know. But with 30 more minutes in, with that fight, with that Phoenix being down, it means the Fire Giant is a more difficult opportunity, an easier opportunity to contest and still have Apollo split push left now if he wants to, and that's where he's going.
Yeah, well, and all right. So, what do you think they're gonna do? 4-man push mid with Apollo split pushing left. Mikasa in this game, he's nearing his full build with that golden bow. Very hard to deal with one-on-one in lane. Okay, I see what Vulcan's doing. He felt like he needed more defense, so he stopped finishing his Obsidian Shard, left it at rank 2, which is a fairly efficient item, and rushed into the Breastplate of Valor. Maybe he could have sold his Vamp Shard to finish that shard, but he didn't feel like he wanted to.
I mean, Shard rank 2 is not the worst item in the world anyway. It still gives you penetration on it, just not as much, so it doesn't take much more to really finish it.
22 or something like that.
Yeah, it's not the worst in the world, and now you can see Mikasa just be able to push in this tower. Although Lonely trading heavily with him, and with the rotation coming out from Hombats, Apollo's in trouble. He's going to pop the sprint, but I don't think he's going to get out of this one, or is he? He actually uses the beads for cooldowns. Can Lonely find the auto attacks? Mikasa with that sprint going to buy enough time to be able to try and find the stack. 1, 2, Lonely. Meanwhile, though, Fire Giant was almost started, but then disengaged because Odin was floating around. That was a really nice pickup by China.DB.
It was, Myth curiously slow on the beads there. He had to decide whether or not he wanted to beads the Mez, and that was a little bit of a strange decision. Or rather, it took him a little long.
Well, they still secured the kill for it overall. He wasn't the worst thing, although both those almost
alright, Myth didn't really do anything there.
He didn't, but he forced the pressure and stopped. The thing that he did do is stop Apollo from just ulting. Because Apollo could have just ulted in that situation and got out just in time, I think. I feel.
Depends
maybe.
on the crits, because
yeah,
Deathbringer, but yeah.
That's a good point. He could have potentially got out of that one with just the ultimate, or just sprint and run away with beads.
Now, sitting 7-0, your boy Master Lu. 7-0-3, and he's
Master
going to be
Lu.
doing very high damage.
He is. Deathbringer Titan's been online, and he's working on that Rage as well for that last item, just to finish it off. He's got great penetration in that build as well. So, going to destroy towers nice and quickly, and he's having a great game so far. Look at those axes. Those axes are max range.
Dude, he's a demon.
Like we said, the Chinese players have great mechanics, and that's one thing to watch out for at Worlds. They may not put on the best performances. I expect them to do better than this because they would have had more time with the game. They were still relatively new. And for the stage of the game that they're at, for how long they've had the game, this is pretty advanced, in all fairness.
I mean, they're learning so fast, right? Like, DID has... They were the newest team going into this, and they just got better so quick.
That wall was so nice, but there was no follow-up, unfortunately. Lasted a long time, just the wall when it's max level. And the turret just going to zone out some aggression. They want to do Fire Giant here, DID. They really do, but they need to keep the pressure on. The good news is Mikasa is back in the left-hand side, and he's keeping Hombats busy now, which is
and
big
this doesn't
teamfight
make
potential.
sense. Yeah,
No.
it doesn't make sense at all.
Chuck's going to get picked, maybe?
He is.
He is, because no one's going to come around.
Oh, I like this
split pushing
decision.
mid.
Ah, so close. He almost got out there. That was almost a really good decision.
Well,
Tried to
Lonely's going to get a
teleport
tier 2 tower in mid lane. The pings are going down on him right now. Meanwhile, right, Mikasa's still keeping this Hombats busy under the tower so they can't deal with it. While they chase out Odin away from this fight, they're trying to pick him so they can go for the Fire Giant. But tier 2 tower on the left goes down to Mikasa, who chases away that Hombats one more time on half health. Odin does finally get out of that engagement, but now it's some free time for Mikasa at this Phoenix, but Lonely is back to defend.
Yeah, so... I don't know, just going Myth up against Apollo didn't really work out for them. Mikasa gonna back off, doesn't want to take the 1v1 with Rom, but on the right-hand side, a big fight. Nice circle of protection. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty good pop and great defensive properties onto Myth, keeping him alive. Great belly flop, though. Myth completely turned around on and Reborn. He can't do anything. Fire minions are in his face, eating him up, and Master Lu starting Fire Giant.
I forgot about that play. That belly flop play was huge. The overhand smash was there. It was literally going to connect on top of his Vulcan, and he belly flopped at the exact time he needed to stop the overhand smash from connecting with Vulcan's face, keeping him alive. Really big play coming out from the Bacchus. And now they get Fire Giant.
Yeah, and that's bad news for DB. They cannot afford to go on tilt. This is the losers finals of the Chinese regional qualifier for the Smite World Championship. This best of 3 is what counts. And
yeah,
DB up one game.
Yeah, OMGA were the other team that did qualify for this already, and these are the best of 3 games to decide who's going to go to the Worlds to represent China alongside OMGA. Right now, DB are 1-0 up, but it's currently DID who are in control of this one, so it probably will go to a best of 3 if this one continues as it is showing on paper right now.
Well, Gold Fury is going to go to DID. Not worth contesting for DB, so they're not even going to bother, and will hopefully defend under a tower or a Phoenix and just try for the all-in.
See how this last one plays out now as we're pushing on the mid lane. Start to group up for this last tier 2 tower, which is below half health already. Ping is going down on it, and that looked like they were from DB to say we should defend this one or give it up. I think that's what the call was, and the call is to give it up. You can see them all retreating back now to their Phoenixes. So it's going to be a Phoenix stand for DB to try and stay in this one. What you do in this situation, Crap? What
You
do
sit
as
under your
DB?
Phoenix, and you wait for them to start a fight, and then you all in.
But and you leave Apollo left on the other
Nah,
side?
you have Rama over there. Or Chuck.
Okay, so Ram
yeah,
versus
or
Apollo,
Chuck.
and then,
You have Chalk over there. Chalk can shield a teleport behind
but
them.
how do you engage the fight?
No, you wait for DID to
Oh, wait for them
engage.
to engage. But then how do you counter engage?
Ice Assault.
Just ISIL on the ground the moment it comes in? Not the plan?
Yeah, I mean, they've got Ymir ult, they've got Vulcan ult, and Isis ult is great against both of those things. Like, so that should be what their plan is. But now it's actually going to be a 3-1-1 push, which is a little hard to deal with. The way that a Bing is building the solo lane, he doesn't do much damage, but he's so tanky, so he's very hard, these ADCs to kill. And Lonely, he's got a better build than Mikasa for 1v1. Not in terms of lane, but in terms of damage, so he'll win any duels.
He's keeping Mikasa out, but the thing is, he's got to watch out for Master Luke coming around, and that's what you can see on that ward there, just in the top left. You can see he sees Master Luke around that ward. Chuck's trying to push out mid lane, but Chuck needs to watch his position a little bit more, because if he does get picked, he could be in a bit of trouble. That's a nice spirit ball, though, from Isis, though, to make sure there's no further aggression for a second or two.
Yeah, Chuck really not packing any damage here, which is very difficult to play. You need... And especially, I mean, he doesn't have much CC either. He's just a brick wall. And he's not tanky enough, as well, Master Lu will kill him eventually.
Yeah, I mean, if he just keeps getting poked down like he is doing, he's going to get dropped, and eventually he's going to have to return to base. When they do, there's a chance for DID to engage on this. You can see Lonely on the right and Vagrant on the left, trying to get in position, but Vagrant just got spotted out in that position there. Ain't a rain of arrows, so they know he's in that one
Oh,
as well.
Lonely takes some big crits, and he's going to have to lifesteal up. We'll be able to. Mikasa, there's the crit to the face. Not enough to get the kill.
Not enough to get the kill for now. As we're seeing them focus on mid lane, here's a big engage, Crat.
Yeah, but look at Reborn. He's so low. One of his actives is down. The Aegis just used. Bead's still available, but belly flop. There's no peel for him because everyone's going on the right-hand side trying to take down Mikasa. Master Lu as well, and he's not going to fall. Mid-Phoenix will die eventually as Vulcan does have enough magic power to get that. Oh, Mid-Phoenix might not die here. Lonely will. Lonely's very low. He's trying to lifesteal.
Oh, Lonely's trying to fade
nice
off
roll.
Bacchus. Bacchus actually gets himself caught out a little bit there. Bacchus going to live for now, but can he get back to the safety of his teammates? Odin's too low to really contest it. Chuck's got no damage to do anything about it. And on the backside, Humbats just running through the jungle, trying to get a place to recall.
It's a whole good job to DB there. They do have to deal with this Vulcan, though, as he is starting to get a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's starting to get his positioning off right. He's starting to land these meatballs. The backfire's starting to clear the wave. And you can see it's starting to cause more issues for them to get through them because they've got to deal with the turret as well, which will just keep firing off that damage for free every time they walk up to it. But it also creates opportunities for Lonely to lifesteal, which is also nice.
Yeah, Lonely is starting to have a lot of damage done in these games. He really did play well.
Oh, it's a 40-minute game, 40.5-minute game right now. And we're going to see Fire Giant flashing as he's coming online. Bacchus gonna try and get some zone control if he can. Nice axe again from Lou at max distance. And Fear No Evil on the back gonna hit Lou in the face. Can he get out of the problem? That's the question now. No, he's not gonna get annihilated thanks to the 3-man ultimate. Bacchus too late to the party there. And now he's going to get turned on as well. Needs to watch himself. But Mikasa comes in on the backside. Doesn't manage to find his way in. Looking for Master Lu. And that could be a problem. Sorry, looking for Lonely rather, not Master Lu. And Lonely actually uses his ultimate nicely to find the snipes
Hey.
onto Mikasa. Great snipes again from Lonely. Yo, he's really on point with those.
And this Bacchus is, well, he's going to jump away. Ymir here as well.
That's a fire
Shock
giant.
diving. It should be.
This should be a fire giant right now for DB. They're in a position. They've just managed to kill Mikasa and Master Lu. They've not really much damage potential other than Vulcan on the side of this DID team. There's the circle of protection coming down from Isis. This will help it drop it, but a good frost. The Vulcan ult does do good work, but the fire giant gets dropped down. I'm not sure who that went to. Who did it go to?
DB.
It did go to DB.
Yeah, now it's up to
the cleanup
Reborn.
crew.
They need to kill this ISIS cleanup crew. And he's so low. Is he gonna
He is
die?
so low.
Reborn on the
But he's
wrong
Vulcan.
target.
But
Vagrant
he's Vulcan.
jumps in, doesn't find the hit.
Misses
Googner's
it.
mine. No, he's still dead. He's still dead. Alright. 5 for 2. 4 for 2. Fire Giant
Phoenix is up.
on DB.
All Phoenix is up right now. Respawn on Mikasa
Yeah.
in 10, 12 seconds. They're pinging madly on this right-hand side tier 2 tower right now. And they're waiting for the team to group up, but speed will be done by Chuck. Odin's going to back. Ymir's coming in.
They're gonna back
We're
up.
doing... Okay, they're going to back up.
20 seconds on respawns, and then there are 3 minutes left on the buff. So they should have enough time to push probably down the left-hand lane. Will be a little bit difficult to deal with the Apollo split push, and remember this is tournament point for DB. If they win this match, they go to Worlds.
I mean, the best thing is this buys them time to push out the lanes and get some map advantage back again.
Yeah.
Even if they don't go for the towers, they can at least get control of this map. Gold Fury is available still. Pretty much everyone has reached full build, but denying that to the enemy team is also an advantage. Gold Fury still does allow you to buy some wards, at least, if you so need to. And you can see wards going to be very important in this one. At the moment, though, DB are rather split with this Fire Giant. Like, they've not pushed out the lanes very much just yet. They've not got the wall coverage down yet. They're not abusing these wards that they've got available to them. Whereas DID are doing Gold Fury, buying themselves some time, waiting around patiently. And the wall coverage on the right side, not too bad.
I'm not really sure what DB is doing.
Was
They're
Chuck
kinda not
overly
doing it. I
aggressive
mean,
here against 3?
I don't think it's really overly aggressive just because he's so tanky.
I
Like,
guess, yeah. That's
Yeah, he can kind of do whatever he wants. Even the novel amount of magic protection he has is enough. Mikasa ulting it on the right-hand side.
on Odin. And then disengaging.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
DB just not doing...
Well, it looks like Bats
Anything.
might be able to catch this Apollo. Like, Apollo's
They
just using
will.
BZ to also use it. But there's a
Yeah.
Fatal Evil. Overhand smash. He's got no ultimate. This should be a dead Mikasa. He went overly aggressive onto an Odin and pays the ultimate price with his life. Now DB can group and push tier 2 right. This is the opportunity they've got. They've got 70-second respawn on Mikasa. It is now. This is an opportunity with Fire Giant on all of these members. This should be their chance.
There we go. Yeah, going in on
Should
the
be a
tower.
backdoor,
Lonely
though.
does take a big hit. Nice circle protection, keeping the front line alive, targeting. It's okay. Ymir blinking on the backside. He's going to go on a Lonely here. Disengaging, but the Ymir ult is going to push Myth away. Vulcan full on health because they were targeting on a Bacchus.
Target in the back is now Master Lu going to try and chase down onto this Hun Bats. He's actually going to leap over the wall, choose the wrong direction, eat the wall, and then turn around and go, no, I'm coming back for Lonely, but backfire comes out from the Vulcan to bring him down. And that's the Fire Giant wasted.
Oh my god.
Are you okay, Crit?
No.
Does it hurt a little bit?
Firearms are illegal in England, but I need you to buy one for me.
I will get on the case. I will call the local people I know and get in touch. But right now we can see
Oh
the
yeah,
idea
you're from Manchester.
motoring down the right-hand side. Master Lu, with this build, will make quick work of a Phoenix that's already been taken down once in this right-hand lane. But Chuck's here to defend, but Bacchus is there too, and it's going to be a 3v2 scenario. That's the question. Good teleport to the monkey coming out from Hombats, but will that dunk find him? No, it will not. Chuck's
Apollo,
out
though.
as well. But here comes Mikasa, and Ymir's alongside him on his way too.
They actually... DID could end here. They have enough damage. There's
I think they can.
some time on the respawn timers. Reborn's ultimate would have to be perfect the moment he respawns, and it's a
Double
lot
tags
to
attack the
ask.
Phoenixes and the Titan. Right.
Well, and especially with GB focusing on the tanks, I mean, there's just really... Oh, Vulcan should die. Yeah, Vulcan died. Alright. Now, next target, Mikasa, stuck in the cage, getting very low. Eliminated by the circle of protection. Beautiful play. And it's just Master Lu. He's getting some good crits. He's moving around. There's a lot of bodies in the way. He will die as well.
Does go down.
There's very little to stop DB from just ending the game right here.
Okay. So, the throw, into the throw, into the throw, into the new throw.
I mean, this is the end.
50 seconds.
They walk to middle lane. They
seconds.
kill the Phoenix. They win the game.
Bacchus,
DB go to
only
Worlds.
man standing. Bacchus versus the world. Fire minions in mid lane. Chuck's running for this Phoenix right now. Humbat's defending the right hand side lane as we speak. Bacchus the god, Bacchus the man has to defend against a 4-man assault squad as Humbat is not here. They start taking down the Phoenix as best they can. The burp is good, it's going to stun out a little bit. The intoxicate is also good, it's going to make him drunk and miss a few autos. The fire minions are also doing work on the backside to the Isis, and Isis has got so low that she's had to back all the way up. Bacchus though, the god, the Phoenix still stands. Bacchus, the man, the hero of the hour. Bacchus is holding a Phoenix against 4 members at 47 minutes of the game. The Phoenix falls though, but who else does? Bacchus, the god, is still going. He wants Vagrant. Can he find him? Oh, the combat blink, the blink away saves the day. But look who's in the sky. It's Mikasa.
Hinduman, I can't.
Do you want to carry on? I can do this all day.
Yeah, please.
Mikasa's gonna go deep looking for the kill, doesn't find it, but 2 Phoenixes are down still. Only 1 Phoenix on the side of DID got dropped then. There were 70 seconds available. They didn't find it. Now the Fire Giant's being done by DID. If they get this one, this could be the end. Chuck gonna go in for the hero play. Can Chuck save the world? Oh, will it come crumbling down? Ymir gonna catch out Lonely. He's definitely lonely now because he's respawning in base all alone, that's for sure. Chuck doing his best Duke impressions, but they don't care about him anymore to DID. They've taken out the damage dealer in Lonely. Chuck's just a tank, and with the Titan exposed right now, and with Mikasa in mid trying to do his best Duke impersonations himself, he may go down here. Or will he? He will to the bird bomb from Vagrant. Vagrant defending valiantly here. The Vulcan ult comes out, great damage onto Reborn, and it's 2 tanks and a Hunbats versus the world. Do you want to keep going?
No, I got this.
Go on,
DID coming back in hard. They've got 4 members up. Vagrant running for the Fountain. The Titan has been pulled. DID on the edge of defeat. But they will take the Titan. They will recover. It is 1v1, 1-to-1 in this best of 3. On the left, Chinese D and Brennan. In the middle, Chinese Hinduman. And on the right, Chinese Mamacita.
There we go. Look at him. I love Chinese Hinduman. Shout out to Chinese Hinduman. Respecting the bow tie. And Chinese DM once again looking suave and debonair as always before this game begins for game 3. As this is DID versus DB.